it's Havoc here, due to another installment of the USA Clash Cup, round 1. And this war we have the Legacy versus AYS 2. As you can see, it was a very tight war, 69 to 69, where the Legacy won by 0.64%. So, as you can see, it was a real tight war, great war to watch. So let's go ahead and get started on some of these videos. Alright, so we have a 10v11 here going on. This is a pretty elaborate setup, to say the least. So he has a queen walk going on. His KS obviously is golem bowlers, BK to clear out some other side of the base that the AQ walk is not going to take care of, because let's face it, what she's doing right now is just getting a pile of percentage. The back end is going to just be drags, and I've been seeing this more and more lately, where you actually have drags coming in and taking care of bases like this. This attack is a little more than what I thought it would be. I thought he would actually V out the base with his kill squad, but he didn't. He's getting massive amounts of percentage from his kill squad and his queen walk, and these dragons are coming in and literally just fucking shit up. There's CC loons. This is a fucking stellar attack, to be honest with you. A lot of people need to start taking notice on these type of attacks. You can do a ton of stuff with AQ walk, with your KS, and then have a solid back end core. Level 5 drags are obviously very, very solid. Throw in some max loons, you're not going to have an issue here. Look at the percentage he's getting. And he already threw in what went into the center. So this is a really awesome attack for a 10v11. Something I'm actually going to give some thought on once I get my dragons up, because that was pretty amazing. I liked it. So, alright, so we have a 11v11 attack, and what they're going to start out with is a suicide Lalo. BK's going ahead, taking care of what he needs to take care of. What ends up happening here is the AQ gets down to damn near 0 and ends up taking out their AQ, which is the most vital thing for them. Boom. And he's already actually deploying all his Laloon troops, just smothering everything. There is no possible way that this base is going to last. You got the AT and the Eagle Artillery up left. Now it's the Eagle Artillery, and it's done. So, I'm going to fast forward this. This was a really good attack for the base. He was actually able to identify the base and hit it the way that it should have been hit. A lot of people might do other things, but it's how you identify an attack. So, great job there, Hodor. Alright, so now we actually have another 9v9 going on right now, and this here is just an old school, I don't know what's in the CC. Does he just have the cold-blooded go-ho? If he does, man, more power to you. I have not seen this in a very long time. Since before they boosted the giant bombs to target hogs. So as you can see, he's just going to go ahead and spray and pray a bunch of hogs. Tons of heals just for the hogs. The KS just did their job. AQ is still alive and well with an ability, doing her thing on the outside of the bases, clearing up a bunch of shit. So the BK is actually going to follow all these hogs, but there's just way too many. Way too many. It's overrunning the defenses. There's no possible way that they're going to be able to take them out, especially with all those heals. So I think that this attack, while it is an old attack, it's now another one of those attacks that are very viable to use at Town Hall 9. And not only that, but as long as you do your KS properly, you're going to have an Archer Queen over here busting down a bad wall that you maybe not want her to pass down. So I'm just kidding. Anyways, she took out a ton of trash buildings and did a lot of good shit, while the hogs went and took care of a ton of other stuff. And not only that, but at the end, they were still that many hogs where one group of hogs actually killed the BK while another group of hogs were taking out other bases or other trash buildings and everything. So this was just a solid attack that actually had really good thought behind it, and what he was able to do with his kill squad and how he deployed his hogs, everything worked out absolutely perfect. So this is one of those type of attacks that you might want to start thinking about using at Town Hall 9, because you have no other reason not to. A ton of heals like that, you're not going to get stopped. As long as you take out the AQ, the CC, you're good to go. So, great job there. Whatever his name is, Brissinger. I'm done guessing. Great job. Alright, so what we got here right now is a dual walk. Not a lot of people would call it a dual walk, but I like to call it a dual walk because you're using two separate sides for the healers. Witch Slap usually does the same thing, but you're actually still using them as a funnel piece, and that's how, walks usually works for Town Hall 9. BK comes in. The funnel is great, by the way. Jump is absolutely where it needs to be. Wiz comes in and actually still helps out, clearing out the CC, which, in a lot of instances, it's not that way. Bowlers continue to smash the fuck out of this base because BK is still tanking the rest of the way. So, great job on the KS. And I don't think that there was no back end side. So, the KS was the actual back end side. The obviously the dual walk was the most important part of it, and it was still working. As you can see over here, you got a witch going to town, tons of little Larrys over there just fucking shit up, wizards everywhere, AQ still just getting down with it. Is he gonna drop the ability at the end? Who knows? Let's see. I think he's gonna do it. I haven't seen this attack, but I think he's gonna do it. There he does it. There he goes. So he just went and swagged his AQ ability just to go ahead and say, you know what, fuck this, I'm done. Let's take those last two buildings out. So I want to say, great job, Boomer. Really good attack. Execution was top notch. If I could do something like that on my Town Hall 9, I probably would be getting 6 stars every war, but I can't. So, anyways, great attack. Thanks for that. Alright, so we got another attack. Miss Chaos versus Gov or Gov. I don't know. Anyways, looks like it's going to be a Suicide Lalo on this base with bowlers. Funnel was actually perfect. You cannot get a better funnel than that. You can't actually ask for AQ and bowlers to understand that, because they will never understand it, because they're a bunch of fucktards. So, anyways, BK is in, Wiz, bowlers. Oh, AQ joined the group. So the KS is actually taking out a ton of shit right now. This is one of those type of attacks where, like, you're really happy what your KS did. Law Loon's already going through. Fairly easy. Not a ton of stuff on the outside that can take out loons or even trip the hounds. If you're actually watching this, one hound, I'm going to guess one hound doesn't get popped. He was lucky he got 2 hound pops. So, everything is looking good. Defenses are down. Going to fast forward because everybody doesn't want to watch at normal time for no defenses. So, anyways, that was a great attack. Lots of good ideas on that. The funnel alone was phenomenal. You can't get much better than that. If you can, show me, because I myself, I could never do a funnel like that. So, great job there, Miss Chaos. That funnel really made me start to think about what I do for my funnels. So, alright, so we actually have a 9v9 going on right now. And it's a Stone Go Boho. I'm always going to say bow in anything, because I really just think that everybody puts bowlers in their CC and does their attack. It's usually the most OP thing you can put in there, so I'm just going to continue using it. The funnel alone was actually very impressive. I don't know if you guys noticed that. He has a ton of other buildings down here over at the 6 o'clock right side, but he was still able to funnel it. That was a nice funnel. So, KS is obviously going to take out AQ, BK, hopefully, like you see, took out some GBs. Hogs coming in. The biggest issue I saw with this, and nothing against Frosty, I'm sure he completely understood what he needed to do for his attack, but he just spammed the fucking hogs. Never usually a problem. I don't see a problem with it. It's what gets you the 3-star, in my opinion. But a lot of people bitch about spamming troops. So, to that I say, hey, look at this attack. And as I say that, all his hogs are gone. So, this attack relied on a bunch of luck. Still a good attack. What ended up happening was he was able to compensate for his lack of hogs, to make sure he got the 3. So great job there, Frosty. Defenses are down. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this shit. So again, good attack there, Frosty. That's the comp for that attack. Won't always end up the way that ended up for him.